capacity 1000 polishes. Okay, so let's say, or we can also select 100. Okay, so this 100 will be one each, something like that we can do. Okay, so we can do each here. We can select some metal group that is relevant to it. I have selected any metal group. You don't need to do that. Okay, so store location data. I'm not going to purchasing. Okay, store location data. Okay, it's there. We have extended it to the stores 0001. Then accounting one. In accounting one, always remember to mention the valuation class. In standard SAP, the packaging and empties is there. Okay, 3050. No matter what valuation class you use, it will not generate any accounting because there is no value update. Okay, you can use any valuation class if you have mapped the material type with your industry sector and validation classes. You can also you can also use the custom validation class with the custom material type. So this 3050 will not come there if the mapping is not there. Otherwise you can use the 3050. It is the same thing. In my current project I have given Z LEI because we have always used Z, and the requirement was it should be UNL packaging. Okay, so the description was also there. So we have not changed anything for my current project, but as a functional consultant, everything should be customized in case the project is already having the custom material types in the sense of having names and then ranges. So we gave them the validation class of consumables only, not 3050. We didn't had any assignments in the GL and all, or the validation classes. So there is no accounting entry generated and the process is still running there. Okay, so you can give any validation class, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, we can leave the price control as V or S, whichever you want. It doesn't matter here. No validation update. Okay, we'll click on save, press enter. The material we created is 1981. Now LEIH process is done. It is completed. We will have plastic pellet boxes. Okay, now we'll go to our PO /N ME21N. Okay, so I'll create a PO with the standard PO. I'll use the supplier that was we were using RM vendor for alpha. Now we have a company code ALPL. Okay, so this is a simple PO process. We have gone through this multiple times. Anyone has raised their hand? Yes, Abdul.
Man, man, this topic already we have completed in ECC, right? The first phase. Why we are repeating this topic again? Is there any special reason for this?
Uh, Give me one second. Anjali, have we done this topic? Because in the Excel, I think it was there, right?
We already completed this pipeline, RTP, consignment, everything.
Uh, what in ECC? What session have you done the same thing in this batch?
Yeah, yeah. Anjali has told in phase one already.
Okay. I have started this topic. Let's finish this and we can discuss this internally. And I'll let you know. It's the same thing.
Okay, okay,
Let's recap, right? Okay. I
okay.
I had this Excel, and in that Excel there was RTP that was missing. So I think that there might be a communication gap. We'll try to fix it up. Okay. Okay. Let's fill in our material, our PO quantity, and the delivery price with the plant ALPL. Okay. So I'll just press enter. So this material was wood polish. Okay. So some polish was there, and we have filled all the details. I'll go to the material data, uncheck the info update because I don't want any info records. I'll remove the ERS tick that was already there. Okay, I'll select V0 as my tax code. So why I select V0? Because it's much easier to work without taxes. There might be some FI config that we don't know about. So that is why I try to use V0 as much as possible. Okay, so now you can see we don't have any material other than this. single material. We can click on check, then we can click on save. If we save the data, the PO will be there. We can copy the PO number and we can go to the Migo screen. So under the Migo, as I already told, uh, okay, we can do GR against the purchase order for today's date. So when I press enter, the wood polish is there, but there is no RTP material. Okay, so you can see 101 unrestricted alpha, but there is no RTP material. So what I'll do, there is one single tick non-ordered item. So when I said that RTP is a packaging material, we didn't order it, right? It came with the material, but we need to return it since it is not our ownership. Okay, so we'll add one item. So that item is our 1981. We created this material right now. So 1981 material. In this we have quantity. So let's say okay, so this 12, let's say each wood polish has one pellet box. For the pellet box capacity, we have 100 polishes. Okay, I think I needed to create many more in PO. So let's assume that it's two per box. Okay, so we can take six quantities. Then in this, we needed our plant and our store location. So I said the store location data is mandatory because it will ask in the PO. If you don't do that, then it will not work. Okay, now the purchase order data partner. So we have the same vendor in this first item. So I've selected the same vendor. If you select a different vendor, it will not work. Okay, you need to select the same vendor here. Synthetic store location. Okay, in the first item, I've not mentioned the store location. Where? Okay. So when you look at the second item, it will say receipt against the purchase order 501 and returnable transport packaging 501 M it should be there. Okay, just remember that M should be there, otherwise it will not work the process. Okay, so we'll go check once. Okay, this is error free. We can go and click on post receipt to RTP. This is the whole process. Then you can consume the material, and let's say, okay, we'll go display the document. So when I mentioned that this will not require any accounting entries, it is just this for our raw material. We don't have any accounting entries for our RTP material. Okay, so what we can do is we can play with this material. Let's say you have a requirement that you want to transfer, right? You want to transfer this material from one store location to another store location within the same plant. So what we'll do is we can also go to transfer posting. So this is one functionality that is in SAP. So according to my client's needs, what happened was with me that we had one store location, one triple zero one, sorry, plant ALPL. So we'll have the same plants in both this RTP. So we had one store location, 0001, and it was required to move to 0003. Okay. Then from there, we needed to move it back. Okay, 411 mm. It's not planned. Okay, it's not 411. It's where 311. Okay, 311 is our movement type. Then it is M. So with M, what we'll do, we'll transfer within the plant. Okay, so we can transfer it anywhere. Then we can put a return 411. Okay, 311 is there. RM supply for vendor. Okay, good recipient. So I have filled everything. Let's say we have six, right? We made six materials, transfer posting. Okay, vendor returns. Fine, six quantities. You can also do transfer posting. So this is one process. Okay, you can remove the partner. Okay, partner is gone. Material check. Item okay. I need to check this message. I've removed the vendor also. Okay, this is for one item. Where is the vendor? Vendor is blank, right? It is blank. Why it is giving error? Sometimes, okay. When it is not mandatory to fill the vendor, we should not fill. No new error. Okay. I guess mandatory, I guess. It's a customer. Vendor is, it's asking for vendor. I'll check that error and let you know because this works. So when you have to move the supply and you have maintained all the credentials, you can what you can do is my scenario was there are central stores. So central store procure every material has to pass through central store the further check. The quality inspection is there. So we have integration with MM and QM. So every metal that lands in the site stores, so site stores are under the central store. So there are sheds where the metal is to be kept, but there's a, central warehouse type of thing that that is receiving all the metals in the central store. So we can do 311M and we can return it. Right now I'm getting error for this, so I need to check why. Okay, so it is still there. On order stock, vendor stock is there. It should have vendor returns, right? This is not having vendor returns. Okay, I'll check this and let you know in next session. But this stock, it should be there. If it's not there, it will not transfer. That is why I'm getting the error. So I'll share the PDF once, and then we can recalibrate the process. Okay, so they have given only the vendor returns. I have tried to explain the transfer posting also, which is extended uh, functionality that SAP has given in the RTP process in the ECC and S/4HANA both. Okay, so we have used LEAH as the standard metal type for RTP. Then we have entered the plant and store location, because if we don't enter the store location, it will give errors. Then we have created a metal number range for LEAH because it is vendor's property and we need to order it again. So we need to send this back. Otherwise, the vendor will have a shortage of the packaging material. Remember that quantity update is mandatory. Then we have no ticks on the value update, and we don't need to add this in the PO. Okay. Then when we save in the Migo, you can see that while doing the GR, we can add the RTP material for the vendor details. Then 501M is done. After 501M, you can see that this material will be there in the stock for MMBE. So we can check the MMBE report also slash MMBE. So when you check in the MMB 1981 plant ALPL, we can go there and let's check. So it will be there in the RTP process for unrestricted use in the RT packaging. It is there, but it is not getting transferred. So I need to check why, because this is working in my current solution. So this is some functionality that was in the SAP note uh, that was asked in different companies. So I implemented that, but I need to check why it is not working. Okay, so you have zero stock of RTP before posting. Now you can check that you have RTP. Then we can do 502M. Okay, so when the normal material is consumed, you in Migo you can do 502M for returning it to the vendor. So we can do partial quantity of 50M. Let's say we have consumed uh, let's say we have consumed four quantities, then we'll do partial 502M in the Migo. So I'll do 502M. Because it's the answer post. 1 second. Okay, under the GR, okay, under the goods issue will be there. 5, it's consumption only, 502. Then we'll go M. So it's there, 502M. Here we have got ALPL, store location 0001, metals 1981. Now we have the quantity. So in quantity, we'll do, we had 6, right? So we'll do partial quantity as 3. That 3 were only consumed. The rest 3 will send after that. So you can go check, then, okay, showing the same error M. Okay, vendor was supposed to be there. Okay, now the error is gone. We have to use the same vendor, otherwise that error will be there. Then we can click on post, and now we can go and check in MMB what is the level of the stock. Currently it's 6, right? When I go and refresh it, it will be 3. You can check. Okay, so it's 3. I wanted to show you the transfer posting also, but we'll check that afterwards. Okay, yeah, so that's the end of the documentation RTP. That, like I said, it's a small process.